Welcome to the Temple of Flame. On today, Faithful Acolytes, we take a look at this. And what this is from the seemingly never-ending parade of spicy noodles, we have the Nissin Geki. Now, I did one other of theirs before. I want to say it was last year. The Geki, I did the fiery hot. So that one was the chilies were in the noodles. I don't know if that is meant to be the case with this or not. If they're actually chili infused noodles. This is the spicy hot. This is 6 peppers. This is meant to be directly, I like these flames, but this is meant to be directly pointed at the so-called Bulldog Samyang spicy Korean spicy chicken noodles. So Geki means extreme or intense in Japanese. So we have intense spiciness with craveable flavors. All right. We have a deliciously spicy sauce, signature wavy noodles. So what I don't see is, yeah, they're made to hold sauce, which is fine. But I don't see that they're chili infused. So I don't think these are. I don't know what that is. So spicy seekers and heat lovers. Okay, great, fantastic. I'm all in. I'm all ears. I'm all open, wide open mouth, which is probably abundantly obvious. So where is natural flavor. That is probably our extract. Okay, so let's crack it on open here. Take one of those. Take one of those out. Now look here. All right, where is the instructions for how to make this? We don't have. Oh, wait, it's down here. Okay. So it's not on the big package, it's just on the little ones, which is fine. I like this packaging. This is really nice looking packaging. I mean, who cares? You're throwing it away anyway, but. Okay, so we want, so a half cup of water. Wow, that's a lot. So is this dry? I wonder if it's dry powder. All right, so here's what we're gonna do, which is the same as I always do with noodles. This is the way that I cook noodles. So when you come here, you know exactly what I'm doing. You can do this. You can do something else. It's up to you. It's just the way I do it. So I like mine broken up a little bit. So let's do that. And then we'll open it up. Well, we'll consider opening it up. There we go. Oh, let's take a look. So all right, so this, already I'm happy because they didn't do the annoying thing of saying it's half a packet for serving. That's just so ridiculous that some of those other ones from Korea are doing that. I'm glad they're not. Here's the noodles. They have an odd sort of coloration to them. There is no chili in these. These are not chili infused noodles. All right. Okay. All right, get in there. These shattered. All right, so what is this? This is the spicy hot sauce. I didn't see the thing for that, and this is a dry powder in here. We can actually cook these in the powder. When you have a dry powder, you don't need to You don't necessarily need to not do that. So but the way I cook it, okay. So the way I do it, if you follow their instructions, you're not gonna be able to do it that way. But the way I do it is I put this in there, and I literally just barely cover the noodles with water, and then I let go for 4 minutes in the microwave. So that's what we're gonna be doing here, and then we'll come back. We'll try the noodles, and then we will add in the hot sauce, and we'll just see, just what the hell it is that we have here. All right, and we are back. And you can see I got the water level pretty much on the money here. If you like more soup, obviously use more water than I said. I don't and have never really liked the soup of ramens generally, other than like a tonkatsu in a good restaurant. So I don't necessarily, well, I can't think of any instant ramen. Actually, I shouldn't say that. I can think of one. So it's from Nissin again. It's in their Firewalk. It was a sizzling pork, I think. That one was pretty good. The rest of them, and that's been the only soup base that I can think that I've actually really enjoyed across multiple decades of having this wondrous heavily. How high is the sodium here? Sodium is 91%, 2,100 milligrams, 2 grams of salt. Jesus Christ! Wow. Well, that's something to look forward to, but let's try it here first without the hot sauce. Yeah, there's a little bit of spice there. Nowhere near the Bulldog. Definitely not near the flavor either. But we haven't thrown in the hot sauce, which might be the actual hot part of this. It's a sort of an oil here. I don't know if you can see that. Ew, it smells foul. So let me just try a little. Yeah, it's definitely an oil. Well, that's fine. It reminds me of the smell I'm getting off of this is like some restaurant dishes. When you throw a little chili oil in there when they've got something high quality. That might have been what they were going for. I thought it was definitely more a shot towards the Korean style, but I need to buy some furikake for the rest of this. I'm going to put that on my grocery list. The oil has added a bit of fragrance to it, to be sure. It's a little bit of heat as well. Nowhere near a Bulldog. Nowhere near any of the Samyangs. Definitely very much extract heat though, as well. Flavor-wise, so one thing you can't really accuse the Bulldog of is having a bland flavor. This is slightly. This would have been so immensely improved with a packet of furikake in there. I'm honestly kind of disappointed there wasn't one in there. I mean, it's fine. I am overdue for buying more anyway. I need to do that. But I also thought, you know, maybe I'm finally done with noodles. I finally covered everything there is, and then I just see these randomly on the shelf in the grocery store, and I say, well, I guess not. What's interesting is I've only seen them in Kroger. So they might be an exclusive. I haven't even seen them on the Nissin website. So I wasn't really like overly impressed with the other ones either. And that remains the case with these two. I mean, I think they're fine. Why are we calling it intense? Why are we calling it intense or extreme? Like, in what way? In what way? In what way would these be intense or extreme? I don't think they're either one. I kind of feel like if you're going to enter into that world, that of the spicy Korean noodles, it's like a Korean barbecue flavor, the bulldog. It's roughly along the lines of like a gochujang. And whatever they're doing here is not it. It's not a bad flavor. It honestly is just, it's unfortunately just a bit bland. And the furikake is going to help that part of it anyway, a little bit. But even with the hot sauce sort of an oily thing. I mean, Samyang leaves nothing really to chance. Like, they've got that sauce perfected. They sell it in bottles. I've had it many times on this channel, including the last two wing things. It will be as well in the quarter 4 2025 wing things. So it'll be in at least 3 wing things in the year. And in fact, as long as I have it, I'm going to keep using it in the wing things because it is just so fantastic in that application. And that speaks to, like, it is just a really good tasting thing. Does it have heat? Yes. Yes, it does. But the flavor is the thing that keeps me coming back to the yard, right? I eat a lot of things that are hot. Lots of them. There's over 1,000 videos in this series of me eating stuff. I guess not all of it's hot, but it's all supposed to be hot, and that's, you know, part of the test. But of that 1,000, I mean, a lot of them are definitely more spicy than not. And so if it was just that, I probably wouldn't, you know, I wouldn't worry about keeping that on hand. I probably am always going to have a bottle. As long as I'm doing wing things, I probably will always have a bottle of the Samyang Black Bulldog sauce just because it's so good. And sometimes when I get packs of noodles like this, I don't like the sauce. This one I'm really ambivalent about. I don't dislike it. I don't like it either, but I'm not going to replace it with Samyang. Baijiang had a very specific sort of flavored noodle that they had that I did a video on. Check out the Spicy Noodles playlist for that one. And I got that sauce specifically for that because I love the noodles. I love the texture of the noodles. They got that pretty much as perfect as could be, but the flavoring was ghastly. So that's why I got that bottle of the Samyang Black Bulldog sauce, was for those noodles. And then I was like, well, those are gone, and this doesn't happen very often, so what am I going to do with this? So I threw it on a wing thing. I threw it on a chicken wing during one of the wing things, and I went, wow. My eyes wide open, mine exploded. And I don't mean to be meandering off topic here, but the fact that I am spending a whole lot of this video talking about the product that this is meant to compete with, I guess is its own statement. So these are definitely, the noodles are very much like the regular Nissin noodles, and I think they're okay. Definitely you got to be really careful how long you let them sit though, because the way that these are made, they will sog out very quickly. So be a little judicious of that. And sometimes I like to let them sit for a while because I like them soft, but these get a little bit, these will tend towards mush if you let them sit too long. So a little word of warning there. But the sauce, it just needs something else. You know what it needs? It needs a good, firm, swift kick in the ass. That's what this flavoring system needs. And you know, calling it extreme, calling it, what's the other word? Intense, fine. You can call it whatever you want. You know, it's your product. You do what you want. I am not in agreement with that description. So I think this is definitely one of the spicier sorts of things that Nissin has. However, flavor-wise, it's kind of eh. In fact, I have to doctor it. I give you an idea of how the flavoring, I find the flavoring. And heat-wise, I haven't really talked about that. I'll give it a default 1. The heat is artificial. It's that oil. It's a very nice fragrant oil. Like, there's a lot of potentially good design and smart choices here. They just didn't take it all the way. They needed to have furikake in here with this. And because they didn't, its absence, even though it's just that little packet of seaweed, its absence is very, very notable. I appreciate that Nissin is trying to do some higher quality, or at least the pretense of higher quality noodle dishes. More power to them. You know, them and Maruchan, we always kind of consider them the basics. You know, the sort of lower tier ramens out there. So I appreciate them stepping out and trying new stuff. I mean, the packaging looks really good. It just, this very clearly is trying to reference something that it is not very reflective of ultimately. And what can I say? They definitely missed the mark. They gave it 6 peppers. A default 1 would be like maybe half a pepper in that context. And that's me being generous. And that's only because of the, the sauce. Without the sauce, the sauce actually does add quite a bit. Without the sauce, it was like, Very, very plain and pedestrian. With the sauce, it improved a little bit. That's why I needed the furikake to kind of tie it all together with a sort of little bit of an umami hit there. It didn't read as like crazy salty though, despite all the salt that's in it. So I guess, more power to him in that respect. But for something that I had pretty high hopes in, the Geki line so far has not been, to my mind, hugely impressive, including this one. But I mean, I certainly hope, I'm glad Nissin is trying. I hope they keep trying. And even though this wasn't quite there, just as the other one wasn't there that I had before this, the fiery noodles, or the fiery hot chicken, still have hope. And these, I will finish these out without a problem. Definitely I'm going to buy some furikake to go with them though, because that should help things pretty substantially. And we'll just leave it right there. So that was the Nissin Geki Spicy Hot Chicken Ramen. Nagapo in peace to serve the flame.